Hey guys, and welcome to this week's video. Now, where I left off was on the build up to the match, and obviously I've been to the match, and this week I'm going to tell you all about what happened. I had an incredible time. I had the best day, but things did not go smoothly. Things went wrong, and I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. My anxiety grew even more towards the match. I wasn't sleeping. I was just a nervous ball of energy. I kept pacing. Things just didn't feel right. I just felt like I couldn't do it. And as much as I was determined to go, I was also persuading myself not to go. Before the match, I took a big dose of my anxiety medication, and then I went with my mum. Now, my mum went purely because she's like a comfort blanket. She's very good at tough love, but also very good at grounding me and supporting me and helping me remain safe in a situation where things can get out of control very, very quickly. When we got to the match, there was already quite a lot of crowds, and I could already feel like, oh God, I don't know if I can do this. So we went to find a spot and a place to sort of get me used to the environment a little bit. And we found a spot, and I don't know if it was the best spot or the worst spot, because where we found it was right outside the Emmerdale cast dressing room. So it had a great way for you to sort of meet and see the players and watch the match, but it also drew a lot of the crowd. Once the match started, I was able to really relax. I love football, I love watching it, and I completely blocked out the crowds and got completely involved in it. And Emmerdale lost majorly, but it was just a really fun time, and I was enjoying myself, and it was sort of that moment that I felt like I can actually do this. But then things took a turn for the worse. I got to meet and speak to some of the cast and get some photos. Some I asked for photos, mostly my mum asked for me. I got to have some conversations with some cast members, and it was amazing. Where the cast were, they were up some stairs and all crowded off to one side. So once you sort of met them, the way to get out was the way you got in, and it was just filled with people. And I remember just sort of looking up, and I could not see a way out, and I could just feel my legs start to go, and I could feel like my breathing going, and I just grabbed my mum's hand and I said, I need to get out of here. But we managed to get our way out, and we had to go down the stairs, but I could not get my legs to cooperate to go down the stairs. So I sort of clung to this railing and half sort of walked, sort of rolled down the stairs. And then we went off to the side, and I just cried and had a big panic attack because I couldn't do it. It was too much. And I just felt like such an idiot and a failure, and that I just ruined everything. I was having such a good day, and I had overcome so much fear and anxiety. For it all to go wrong near the end, I felt a complete idiot. And like, of course, what else was I expecting? You can't do these things. And I wanted to go home. I was still panicking a little bit, but I was calming down from the panic attack, and we were walking out to get a drink so I could take some of my anxiety medication, and we bumped into Mr. Danny Miller, my idol, the person that I really bump into when I'm having a panic attack. And if I wasn't already embarrassed and felt like an idiot enough, him seeing me have that panic attack, I felt like I wanted to crawl into a hole and just die there. But he was beyond lovely and so incredibly sweet. He made sure that I was okay and was just so lovely about the whole thing. And he was lovely to me the entire day. I'd got a few pictures with him. I'd had a conversation with him. And even though I was obviously a bag of nerves meeting him, he was so lovely and patient with me throughout the entire day. And then to him just be even nicer to me when I had a panic attack, and even though I was sort of humiliated and dying inside thinking, oh my God, this cannot be happening right now, he made me feel like it was okay that I was having this panic attack about being in this stadium and that I was doing nothing wrong, and my respect and love for him just grew even more. For several days after the match, I just felt really negative about the whole experience. like it was a failed attempt and that I couldn't really be proud of it. But as I've moved on now and it's been a week since the match, I am proud of it. I had a panic attack, but I only had one. I went through the entire match, the bit beforehand. I did practically the whole day without one. And maybe things just got a bit overwhelming towards the end and I had one. But I did the rest of the day fine. I have to take the wins and I can't always focus on the one thing that went wrong. So overall, if they come to my hometown again, I would 100% do it. I would go and hopefully I will get to see them and meet them again, because it gave me such a fun day and a day that I will remember and a day to look back on when I am having those really bad days when I want to give up. I can remember that, you know what, against all odds and against all my negative thinking, I did that day and I survived it. I have those pictures to prove it. So thank you for watching and I'll see you next week. Bye guys.